Good morning and good afternoon for those folks on the East Coast. Welcome back to your coverage of this year's 2018's Canadian Ultimate Championships from Surrey, BC. We are watching the mixed division here. We have a lineup today with we got a team from BC and a team from Alberta. The team from BC T.T or TT, and the team from Alberta Lit. So starting on offense here, we'll have TT on the right-hand side in whites, and starting on defense, we'll have Lit in black. Introducing ourselves in the booth here, my name is Lucas Main, and I'm joined by Becky Thompson. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's more like you're having me, but thank you very much for that anyways. So we're getting ready to start here. I haven't heard the horn just yet, but I think we've got a couple of seconds left to go. Yeah, just under a minute to get started here. 9:45 local time here in Surrey, BC. It's a good day. Good day for Ultimate, kind of like yesterday. A little bit of cloud cover, not too much wind in the morning. And as I say that, that's the horn you can hear in the background to get us started on the first point here. So like I said, Lit will be pulling the disc down to TT. Lit making the big trip down from Alberta into BC here, into the Lower Mainline to join us, and TT having all local players from Vancouver, Richmond, and Surrey, the surrounding cities here. And with that, we got the first poll underway, and we're good to go here. Got Samantha Mew with the disc to start. To Neil Tyke. Middle of we got a zone look from Lit, all the way over here to Justin Ho. It's on the far side of the field to Ted. I don't know what his last name is. Ted Chu. So the team's actually named after him, Ted Chu, TT. Oh, and a hand block from number 17 on Lit there. That's Josh John. He streaks deep, but nobody picks the disc up to throw it to him.
And Chu there just telegraphing his throw a little bit directly into the hand of the Lit defender.
So Quizznell passes the disc here. Number 5 was with the disc. That was Heather Shields. She's passed it back to Quizznell. Back to Shields, who uncorks a backhand, but it's blocked by Chu downfield, who immediately gets rid of it. A big layout there from, can't see who that is, number 19. It's Amy Lou. Ted uncorks a throw to Justin. There's going to be a call on the play, a foul call.
It looked like to me both those players coming into the same space at the same time. There definitely some contact. I think Lee there had a little bit, Ho had a little bit of the inside track there, so maybe understandable on the call, but definitely a bit of contact as they both ran into the same space.
Yeah, and they're going to send the disc back here, so it's going to go back to the hands of Chu. A backhand force applied by the Lit defenders here. It's floated up, and Neil Tyke able to bring it down. He unleashes a flick downfield to Carrie Holst, who on a second effort is able to bring it down and land with her feet in the end zone for the first goal of the game here. A little bit of a trust throw there to both players. Chu to Tyke, and then Tyke to Holst. Them connecting on a little bit of, trust, I would say.
Yeah, Tyaki there. Tyak, going up and big, and he likes to go deep a lot for this team as well. We saw a little bit of him play yesterday. I got a chance to watch some of their games, and especially the combination of Ted Chu or Justin Ho looking deep to Neil Tyak. It's going to be something we're going to see a lot in the course of this game, and then him putting up a throw in front. And a little bit of coverage around Carrie Holst there, but of course no worries for them, and she brings that down on the second attempt.
So yeah, I'm going to do my best to try and be as unbiased as possible here. I have a lot of friends playing for TT. I only know one person from Lit. His name is Tyler Sobry, because he came out to the Vancouver club tryouts at the beginning of the year, and that's the only reason I know him. Unfortunately, I got no other pre-scouting reports for you today. But we're looking to get the second point underway here. We have two observers. Our observers are on the left-hand side. Our male observer is Victor Chen, and our female observer, you saw her yesterday afternoon in the Mixed Masters pool play. That's Stephanie Woods on our observer. So yeah, TT looking to pull and get the first break of our game. Number 5 with the disc, Heather Shields now. Oh, sorry. It's number 9, sorry, that's Jenny Orston. Passed it off, number 6. Jenny Orston with a big bid, keep it in play there. Looking upfield, nothing's happening. Now has 2 bail cuts, a flick into space, but there's several players, but the number 6 comes down with it. Or sorry, I believe that might be number 8. It's Robin Bauer. And the catch there by number 0, Tyler Sobry, coming down with a big one out of the air.
Yeah, and you see Lit there go up the side of the field where they're putting up these discs into coverage already, trusting their receivers. Maybe a little bit of shaky decisions on some of those based on the fact that they're going up into double coverage, but knowing the ability of players like Sobry to read that disc better than his opponents and come down with it to make the play.
Yeah, jamming it up the jam hole. Maybe not the best strategy to start, but it's worked for them. So that evens us up at 1-1 here. And while we've got a little bit more break in the play here, I'll introduce how you can get involved with us during the games and the live streams today. You can tweet at us. You can tweet at my handle is @LucasMain, just as you expect to spell it with no E on the end. And you can tweet at Becky as well. It's at RJ_Thompson16. We'll put a graphic up on the screen for you guys later today, so in case you guys have some spelling issues. But yeah, you're able to tweet at us, give us your comments. Feedback if you can't hear us, if you can hear us, if you hate us, whatever it is, let us know. So lit with a flick pull here. It's gonna stay in bounds, it looks like, and hang to the far sideline. Mew's gonna pick it up for TT. She throws it immediately up the line to Chu. Chu stuck on the sideline, throws a blade to Tyak, who looks upfield, fakes a hammer, but centers the disc. Mew's gonna have to she opts not to lay out. It was just a bit ahead of her. And a turnover here with Lit with the chance to move down the field. Number 3 for Lit with the disc now. It's Rex Zazetto. Throws it up the line. It's number 22, Benjamin Quisnell. Centers the disc. Number 4, Rebecca Ankerman. Fakes break side, looks back to the open side. Back in the hands of Quisnell, who floats a disc up, a flick, which is brought down by number 55. That's Sarah Ankerman, so it looks like we got a pair of sisters on the team here for Lit. Great read, and way to just wait and pull the disc out of the air.
Yeah, good to see Lit moving it up the field with a little bit more ease on this point as well, using the width of the field, swinging it around to different sides, and the quick movement to allow that cut to come out of field. Not the intended receiver making that grab, but coming down with it nonetheless, and they have the first break in this game.
I don't think it's going to be the first break. I think that both of these teams are going to get lots of opportunities to do that. So I'm not too worried for TT just yet. I think they have the ability to break as well. We saw that on their defensive point already. Lit looking a bit shaky on their O. So we'll have to wait and see. But that does make it 2-1 for Lit, the team from Alberta. Keys to the game here, Becky. What are we thinking?
Well, I think at this point both these teams need a little bit of energy and momentum going forward. They both look like they've come out fairly strong, but we saw Lit a little bit shaky on that first point. The same with Ted's team, getting that hand block on them right away, not faking, so that throw being telegraphed completely. So they just need to focus in a little bit more, gain a little bit of momentum and fire going forward in this game.
I like the fire. Yeah, great pull from Lit there. Collected to the center to the main handler, Chu. Looking into a zone, a 4-2-1. It's broken over the top immediately. 81 Jessica Chung with the disc. She swings it back to Justin Ho. Back to the middle, Ted Chu. Ted Chu to Chung again, and easily to the far side of the field. Across there to number 3, Lydia Rasmussens for the goal. And that puts us back even at 2s.
Yeah, and you see the way TT there makes no mistakes moving it up the field, and they're always making that cut to the break side as well, knowing that their throwers are able to get those throws off, so they're finding their receivers in yards of space on each of these points.
And did we find out which side was the gender end zone? Okay. I think it looks like it might be the right-hand side. Pardon me, as TT selected the gender match here. Looks like we're going to get 4 males, 3 female matching players from either team. So that means that whichever team is in the right-hand end zone, they actually get to choose the gender matchup. So yesterday we saw one team opting to go play every point that they had the option with 4 females, 3 males, and the other team selecting to go with 4 males and 3 females. So different strategies for both teams that allows them to utilize their players more effectively and maybe force the other team to play some players they don't usually play if they've stuck with a strategy of 4 males, 3 females, or vice versa throughout the year. So as Mike Lee with a pull from TT there. Oh, Mike Yee, sorry, not Mike Lee. Centering the disc to number 8 for Lit there, who throws a lefty flick up the field. And that's Quisnell's going to bring it down. Ben Quisnell with the catch in the end zone. A quick point for Lit here. Put themselves up again, 3-2.
Both these teams making easy work on those last 2 offensive points as well, showing that it's really going to take some extra defensive pressure from either of these teams in order to generate a turnover.
Yeah, like you said, no real pressure from the defense. They look like they could do what they want. Definitely an advantage having a left-handed player on your team who can throw like that as well. Especially if you force flick for right-handed players. Usually that's the left-handed player's backhand. This time we saw the opposite happen where they were forcing backhand on a right-handed player, and they were able to uncork a big lefty flick that got it, broke it open for Quisnell to go hunt down. So quick game so far. We played 4 points in the span of 10 minutes. So we've got a good cadence to this game so far. Don't think we'll be getting anywhere close to the hard cap if we keep this pace up. It looks like Tyler Sobry holding the disc for Lit here. He's going to be pulling down. Like I said, Tyler Sobry is the only player I know from Lit here, having the chance to play against him in the tryouts for the open clubs. He uncorks a floaty, still floaty pull. Number 87, Brendan Gibson's going to pick it up. On the far side, Justin Ho looking into the 4-2-1 again. Easy break to the side. Tyak with the disc. Gibson, Tyak going 1-2. Looking open side to Amy Luo, and it's brought in by Amy Liu. Even with the pressure from the Lit defender there, she grabs a goal surely and makes it look easy.
Yeah, good flow again from this TT team up the field and making it, like you said there, Lucas, look so easy. This time going all the way to the open side, and Amy Luo was unmarked. The poach defense, the help D there from Lit, trying to come in and make a play, but nothing really that he could do in that situation as Luo had so much time and space to make a grab on that disc.
My feeling for Lit here is maybe don't try the zone look again. TT's obviously got it dialed in. They're not having any trouble with it. Maybe throw a match defense at them to see what they can do with that. But yeah, making it look easy from TT. With that said, though, TT did start an offense, and they have been broken once, so they need to earn themselves back on serve here and get a break to make this game, put it back to the way it started. But even for right now, it's 3-all. So I just had somebody ask me, who is Lit? Well, that's a great question, Katie. I don't know. They're a team from Alberta. They made the trip. They're here to play some Ultimate.
Lit is a team out of Calgary who have grown out of the junior program there. A lot of them played in the junior program there over the last several years and managed to form this mixed team. Their first appearance at Mixed Nationals being back in 2016 in Hamilton. I believe they finished around 9th in that one, and so looking to improve on that as they've made a mainstay appearance now at Nationals.
And as you were saying there, so the play had gotten started, but and just a hand-eye miss there from Quisnell, who's usually pretty sure thus far. Drops a disc. So TT actually came down a 3-3-1 defense. Graham Barber to pick up the disc, unleashes a backhand right off the bat, hunting that down. It's number 77, Billy Chai. Dishes it back to Fruto. Barber not in on the end zone line and on the sideline, kind of boxed in here. Looking for the backhand float out, and there's going to be a foul on the play. Barber trying to stretch himself around the player there, and the player making sure he could not.
I do have to say as well, Lucas, it looked a little bit to me like Barber drew that foul in order to reset the stall count since he was running out of options on that near sideline.
I agree 100%. It's not my favorite play in Ultimate, but it's still within the rules, so. So Fruito's going to hold the disc on the sideline here, losing a few yards. He centers it now to Barber in the middle of the field. Looks open side, fakes that off, and there's a call on the play. It's a pick call. Number 8, Robin Bauer, looking to set the mark on Barber here. And he does, so they're forcing flick. Nobody's moving in the stack. I'm not sure if they know the disc is in. Fruito goes up the line, gets the dish from Barber. Fruito looking at a streaking defender to the open side, but looks it off. Barber backhand for the around, throws a backhand to finish it off. And there it is, the second break of the game, the first one for TT. So that was number 81 for TT scoring the goal, Jessica Chung from Graham Barber.
We're back on serve here in this game. TT taking advantage of that opportunity and working at the full 70 yards. Lit did have that disc down on the doorstep in this point, so credit to Ted's team here, the team in white, to be able to work it all the way back up the field and holster it a little bit on the end zone. They were a little bit patient there and managing to swing it around until they get that break side shot. That's one of my favorite end zone plays in Ultimate as well. Resetting to the middle, wide open cut to the break side before the mark's even been set.
Exactly, that timing off that Chung timed it perfectly there, coming off the stack as Barber collected it in his hands, and she was making herself wide open, an easy throw from Barber. When I'm with you there, Becky. One of my favorite, one of the easiest plays to make in the end zone, especially out of a vertical stack. So this is the first of 3 games we're going to be streaming for you today. Myself and Becky will be with you all day, so if you don't like it, that's just too bad. We'll be joined this afternoon, or the next game is between Bunny Thugs and what was the
T-Rad.
T-Rad. And the third game we haven't decided who's going to be streamed. We're probably going to pick the best matchup in the pre-quarters for the mixed division here.
Yeah, it'll be a matchup of either 2A versus 3C or 2C versus 3A in the pre-quarters later this afternoon.
So a hanging disc, it's actually going to go out of bounds. So Mikey with a big pull, but unable to keep it in bounds. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, the importance of that. And I think every Ultimate commentator always brings that up. Just keep the pull in bounds. It gives you a chance for your team to run down and get that early block. But Lit will bring it up to the brick mark here. Probably looking at a 4-2-1 zone D from TT. So number 46 with the disc there, Kappa. Back to Kappa, she looks around, nothing, hits the open side, Sobri. Sobri stuck there, throws a flick around Blade, so there's a defender running in, they make the block. That was number 11, Carlos Leong for TT who made the block there. And immediately they're on the doorstep looking for their second break in a row. An easy up the line cut, number 98, Jared Lind there. Wide open, gets the goal for TT, and like I said, second break in a row here.
That one again looking so easy, so simple here from this team in white. Kashi Lee wide open, unmarked on that transition to defense, and Lit maybe just a little bit too slow to pick up some players as Lee was open on the far sideline, and then Lind also a wide open cut into the end zone for the easy break.
Yeah, and a bit of a mental miscue from Sobri there, having to throw that long flick to the middle with no options upfield. But looks like they're going to take a timeout and use this time to gather their thoughts and change the momentum a little bit. Yeah, like I said, TT getting 2 breaks in a row and changing the momentum of this game a little bit. We spoke a little bit at the start that both teams are able to break as we look at this here. What do you think, Becky? Has Lit got it in them to get a couple more breaks?
Yeah, absolutely. I think at this point it's too early to count them out of this game. They've shown us so much good, clean offense in the early stages of this game. On those last 2 points, just making some mental errors, a little drop, and then a run through D on that last point. So just needing to regroup a little bit. I like this timeout call. They're down 2 breaks, so they just want to come back and reset themselves a little bit in this game. And I think we're going to see a lot more from this team.
Yeah, as we get set here, so what you can see, we're going to see TT pulling to Lit here. Like you said, Becky, looking to just tighten the screws a little bit, and change those, change up the momentum of the game again. Maybe get it back on their side. And Katie said, "Thank you very much, Becky, for the much knowledge. She appreciates it. It's a good thing one of us knows what they're talking about, and that's mostly Becky. I'm here to tell you what's happening on the field, and I'm probably going to get that wrong too. So I hope you enjoy the rest of our streams today as I continue to make a fool of myself." So TT getting ready to pull here after the lit timeout. I can't tell who has the disc in his hand there. I think it's number 9, Brendan Seed. Brendan Syed, yeah. Pulling for TT. This one looks like it's going to land inbounds. Number 5, Heather Shields picking it up, centering the disc. Back to Shields, who's looking at a 3-3-1 defense or a FSU-style defense here from TT. Finally gets a break around. It's number 37. It's Leonard Scott. It's number 8, and back to Leonard, back to Scott with a fast flick up the middle to Quisnell. He throws it to Shields, back to Quisnell. Shields streaks upfield but doesn't get it. Orston with the disc now. She throws it to Shields, who's going to be wide open in the end zone. Oh, but just out of her reach, unable to pull that one down. A great cut, a good throw, but just unable to connect. Oh, thanks for that, Ted. Yeah, I appreciate all the players here looking out for my safety when I'm trying to trip over equipment. So TT looking now to start offense on their way to their 3rd break of the game. Number 20 picking the disc up there. That's Garbo Lee. She sees an undercut coming but doesn't hit it. Centers it to Barber, who floats it out for 77 Chu, who airs a big backhand. That's going to hang up there with tons of time for defenders to get under it. And Side unable to read it and pull it down. A nice block from number 37, Leonard Scott there, who immediately runs it up to the end zone line and punches one deep for Quisnell to run to. He does have 2 defenders on him. There's no one else in the field. We got Shields streaking down. She just came into view for you there. She goes too close to the handler and is not, maybe she is now, and Scott airs one out for her and she reels it in this time.
Yeah, Quinnell making a good far side shot to Shields there, knowing that she was going to get herself open despite her hesitation. He didn't really have any other options with the stall count and climbing. His team did take a little while to get themselves up the field after he caught that disc as well. So credit to him to get that in space into Shields and to the TT defender for pulling off, recognizing that he couldn't make a play on that disc. It would have been probably a dangerous play had he tried.
Yeah, definitely, and credit to Shields there. Lots of energy going deep twice on that point and getting this thrown to her twice. So great job to be the first one hustling down on that big throw as well from Scott, trusting that her teammate was going to bring it down and that she'd have to make another option for him available.
So we got a little bit more information on Lit here from Twitter. They took 20th in 2016, so I was a little bit off. I remembered seeing them there, and they looked so good, so maybe making a false assumption there. But they did take 20th in 2016. They finished 18th last year, and they are looking to build this further as their program has continued to build over the years. So definitely looking to improve on that this year. And the way they've played so far in this game, Lucas, I have to say that they definitely have a really good shot of doing that.
Yeah, for sure. I like the look of their jerseys, too. They're kind of a flame wispy. Easy to tell which numbers they're wearing, which we were having a bit of a struggle with yesterday, but looking good so far. TT with the disc now looking at a match defense. Chu with the disc in the middle of the field. Swings it over to Tyak on an undercut, who lets a flick go to Mew, but her defender got a hand on it, but wasn't able to tap it away. Mew with the disc now. Dumps it back to Chu on the far side, who quickly gets rid of a backhand. It might be, and it is. It's just out the back and out the sideline there, unable to connect.
And that's one where Chu there running up the line and continuing his throw through his 3-step movement there. So maybe just moving it a little bit too quickly. He did have 2 open receivers in the end zone, so a little bit of excitement there, but just needs to dial that one in just a little bit.
So TT will set up in a match defense here. And Lit in a vertical offense. A flick comes out, but it blades and doesn't make it to its intended receiver, Sobri, on this side of the field. two TT players run over the disc, waiting for their main handler, Chu, to come back and pick it up. So Chi hustles to the disc, looks right at Mew, who cuts up a line. She's open, gets the disc. Fakes up the line again. A cut under from Ho. He's got it. Able to stay in balance. Throws a hammer up to Tyak, who's able to reel it in, jamming it up the unconventional jam hole with a two over the top throws in a row.
And that's a play I spoke to this team about before the game, acknowledging that Tyak is one of their central receivers in those positions, but the conversation actually centering around the fact that we would see Justin Ho look for that hammer shot to kneel Tyak there, and you saw they just did a little handshake and celebration over there, so aware that that was a combination that they've done before with this team, so I'm not surprised to see it come up here, and well executed.
Yeah, and that's got to be a little bit demoralizing for Lit, them unable to throw a flick in the wind, or a flick upwind, I should say. I mean, it's not too breezy out here, but and then TT showing off with a blade and a hammer to make you feel a little bad about your flick throw. So good on TT. Maybe don't throw those too often, but you know, you do you. So again, I give you a little bit of a shout out to VC to start here. They've got a tent set up. If you're in the Vancouver area, come down and check out all their merch. It's pretty sick. But we got Lit coming down on offense here, looking at a zone look again from TT. Flick, uncorked to an unmarked number 17 there, Kashi Lee. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong roster. It's Josh John. Michael Yee to pick the disc up for TT though. Fakes backhand, looks around to a dump. Finally throws a lefty, a high release, which is brought down by number 91. Number 98, Jared Lind. Yee throws a backhand through several defenders and pinpoint accuracy. Hits number 5 with the disc, Michelle Chung, who throws a flick to 21 and makes a layout. Jacqueline Chan with the layout grab for the goal. And it's now putting TT up 6-4, sorry.
7-4.
7-4.
Yeah, extending their lead to 3 here in this game and really making themselves known here, as well as you can see them now looking like they're fully in control. That last point taking advantage of another execution error from this Lit team, and again going the full 70 yards. And I really like the way Michael Yee there put that huck low and in front of the receiver instead of floating it up and leaving any time for a defender to make a play on it. So credit to him keeping that one low, and TT looking dominant right now, especially when they're moving it around that end zone space.
Yeah, great throw from Yee there. Like I said, it looked like he threw it past several defenders. No one really knew it was coming by their heads, but a great shot. So Lit now searching for that magic stuff. What are they going to do that changes the game momentum here and changes the game story? TT looks fully in control. That unfortunately, the turnover there is just a little bit of a, I don't know, one of those things. You think you have it all the way. Josh John not able to bring it down and be on the end zone line to try and punch it in, but Lit not looking bad. Just like we said earlier, just needs to tighten their screws a little bit.
Yeah, just some execution errors separating these two teams right now, so plenty of time to fix that and change it up, but they do probably want to go on a little bit of a run here before halftime.
Yeah, for sure. So TT with the big pull, potentially going to be out of bounds again. It is. So number 26 for Lit going to pull the disc up to the brick mark here. That's Joel Lepper. Looking at match defense from TT this time. Brendan Side setting a mark. Fakes to the flick. Oh, and Graham Barber making the D. No contest, no foul call there. So Graham Barber makes a quick D on the first pass from Lit.
Yeah, Barber with the run through D there, making himself known in this game.
He gets the disc immediately from 81 Chung. Back to Fruto. Makes a pass collected on the end zone line by Chung. She's looking in. She throws a flick to a streaking number 1. That's Shriska Chand. And she has her first goal of the game. And Chung has her first assist of the game.
Yeah, and that's going to take us to halftime as well. Now TT looking like they're fully in control and in the driver's seat right now in this game. Yeah, fully in control for sure. So we're going to take a short break while the players do here as well.
but we'll be back in just under 5 minutes. So hang tight, go get your coffee, go grab a water, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, sports fans, welcome back. I said it would be a minute. I lied. It was more like 3 or 4. So we had halftime here. TT taking halftime at 8-4, and we were getting ready to start our second half with TT on defense. Lit looking for their magic stuff. What is it going to be different in the second half that they're going to have to do? They're not sure. From my perspective, I think maybe take a bit more time, value the disc a bit more, and but maybe not take too much time. What do you think, Becky? What's going to be their what's your coaching advice for these guys?
Well, I think you said it the best there. It's just a little bit of execution right now and being the difference maker in this game. We've seen Lit do so many good things through different portions of the field, working it all the way up even to the end zone, but then making a drop or making a critical throwaway on the doorstep. So if they can clean up some of those little key mistakes here, this could be a different story. But they are going to have to find a way to break an offense that we have seen be pretty flawless throughout the course of this game.
Exactly, pretty flawless. I think they've had a couple of miscues in the first 2 points there, but 100% correct. Pretty flawless. So TT to pull to start our second half here. Mike Yee with a big backhand around. Looks like it's going to land in, and that's going to be Shields to pick it up. She's stuck on the sideline with it, but finally gets an outlet to 46. Kappa still has it. Back to Shields. 37 with the disc. Scott now still looking into that same look that Shields and Kappa were. Oh, and a bit across, but no connection on the disc. Finally breaking out Lit. A backhand that's not going to make its intended receiver. Maybe a bit too eager there to get the quick break.
Yeah, a little bit eager and a little bit of pressure coming in from behind from Carlos Leong there, as I think the thrower was aware that there was someone just on his back and so didn't set that up the way he wanted to. But right away, Carlos Leong going the other way.
And number 37 from Lit. Maybe Leonard Scott playing it too casual, not thinking that Leong had a chance at the disc. He just swipes and misses the disc, and it lands in Leong's hands. That's an unfortunate mental error there from Scott, and Leong taking advantage.
And to be honest, from my angle, I did not think Carlos Leong was going to get there either. He was back at about the brick mark when that disc was put up with 2 Lit defenders in front of him. So able to continue his run, show a second gear of speed, and get all the way up there. And like you said, the Lit player, I think, not even knowing he was there when he went to make that swipe on the D.
Yeah, just thinking, okay, I'm here for safety, just to make sure that person doesn't charge it down, and they did anyway. So great job on Lung. Good throw from Mikey as well to make that happen. But Lit getting broken right out the second half break here. Second half stoppage break. Oh, too many words at the same time that are similar.
It's a problem with Ultimate. We have this every now and then.
We're taking a break. We're taking a rest. We're getting a break. Oh goodness. So yeah, TT fully in control of this game here now. Up a few breaks and looking to maintain that. Maybe make this game nice and quick so they can take a break before their next one. So Graham Barber with the pull from TT. There's Orston with the disc centered across to Bauer. Bauer with the disc now. Up to Josh John. And into the, no, just short of the end zone there is number 3, Rex Azeto. He doesn't have anything in the end zone, so he looks back to a dump. Now he's looking into the end zone again. Still nothing. High stall count collected by Bauer, who sends it straight back into the end zone for Josh John to grab this time for a goal. And making up for his earlier mistake and hanging on to this one for a goal, Josh John.
And that's the best offense we've seen from this Lit team in the last several points as well. Going back into the first half, they were looking pretty shaky at the end of that, allowing TT to get a couple breaks right at the end to take half there. So great to see them come out here, execute a really well-run offensive point that may be able to give them a little bit of energy going forward into this break point now.
That's it. That's all it takes is a little spark to get your team fired up and potentially make a couple of breaks in a row here. So the score now, yeah, 9-5. TT still on top by a few breaks. Lit looking for their second break of the game. They broke right off the bat at the start and looked like we were going to have an even match rate. TT since then has been in control, but now, like you said, Becky, maybe a bit of spark inside of them to make a change and get a big break here. That'll put the momentum onto their side of the field.
Of course, the gender end zone does switch at half as well, so TT still in the gender end zone on the side of your screen that you can't see currently, but they did opt to go for women as well, so Lit matching.
That pulls a little short, bounces about 4 yards past the brick mark. Center to Chu, goes across field to Ho, upfield to Holst. She holsters it. Ho with the disc. You have no idea how long I've waited to say that. Sorry, it's coming across the field to Sam Yu now. She looks upfield, fakes, Chu off. Tayak cutting under. She has no mark. Japanese style of defense, no mark defense from Lit. Goes back to Mew. Now she has a mark in Ankerman. Sorry, that's Rebecca Ankerman, because there's 2 of them. Mew across. Ho fakes backhand for a streaking, but finally gets Ted Chu to come to the backhand side and collect it easily for the Scuba over the top.
And I do like that style of defense from Lit, not putting that pressure on the thrower until later up into the field. But I also like how Sam Mew responded to that pressure suddenly being on her by roasting her defender about 3 times in a row, going 1 and 2 with the disc before that was put over to Ho and then into Chu in the end zone.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like she's sweating at all out there. No stress on her shoulders. Playing it smooth. Yeah, I know it can be a bit disorientating to have the disc with no mark on you. You're like, this is abnormal. What's going on here? But she did a great job to stay patient and make sure she wasn't throwing into a poaching defender. So yeah, like I said, we have two anchormans from this. I don't know. I'm pronouncing that. I think it's probably supposed to be Ankermann or something, Germanic or something similar to that. But we have Rebecca Ankermann, number 4 for Lit, and her sister Sarah Ankermann, number 55. I don't think we've seen Sarah play just yet, but Rebecca's been out there in that last point. You heard me call her out. So Lit with another chance here on offense. Disc gets centered to number 45, 46. Kappa, she has the disc. It's back to Bauer. Bauer across the field to, not sure, can't see their number quite clearly here. Back to Bauer, who's looking into the 4-2-1 defense and rabbit wall defense. Bauer trying to control it a little bit here. Number 20, Shaylee Dressel with the disc, back to Bauer. Bauer asking the team to slow down, relax a little bit. We've got lots of time here. He centers it to 46, Kappa. And finally a throw to nobody. Yee able to pick it up. And there's a Lit defender so far off to the right-hand side of the field you can't see yet. So somebody's open for TT upfield. Chu with the disc now, center of the field. Throws a backhand straight into space. Lots of time for number 14, Julia Wu, to bring that in, and TT making it look easy.
And you can see that Lit is trying to change their style of defense a little bit here, knowing that they had to do something different if they were hoping to generate a break. But unfortunately, it looks like they're causing some miscommunications among their team and leaving players on TT wide open, unguarded in the end zone there for the score.
Yeah, and just like I said as well, it's the players that were streaking deep thinking they were getting the disc from Lit, and there was a turnover, unable to catch up and put a mark on. So looks like we're going to get another timeout here in the second half from Lit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is just one again. That's just a mental shake you up, guys. We're better than this.
Yeah, they're going to want to gain some momentum going forward into their further games. They've got one more today, of course, and the top 3 teams of these pools of 5 moving on to bracket play. The 2 and 3rd teams will move on to pre-quarters, where the top team will go straight to quarterfinals. So definitely don't want to end up losing both of their games today and having to face off then possibly in a tie in this pool with multiple teams sitting at a 2-2 mark. That is something we've seen before happen in the mixed division with 5 teams. So, just want to gain a little bit of momentum and energy, and there is still a lot of time left in this game. This game has gone extremely fast. We've only hit about 45 minutes into this game right now.
Yeah, 45 minutes for 16 points. That's a pretty good cadence. I talked about that at the start. So lots of time for Lit to build the C word back. So I wouldn't go anywhere just yet, folks. Stay tuned to your television sets.
Yeah, Lit with about 40 minutes remaining to make a run here in this game. So I think a great time to call a timeout. They don't want TT to run further away from this right now, sitting at 6 points down. They definitely need to start making that kind of run and breaking them down a little bit sooner rather than later, preferably right now.
Yeah, and that's something to think about for the future as well. You want to find out what their weakness is in this game, in the pool play game. If you come across them again in the bracket play on Saturday and Sunday perhaps, you want to know what their weakness is to be able to expose it. You don't want to discover the weakness on the weekend, right? You want that to be known now. And TT probably looking, like I said a bit earlier, trying to make this game as quickly as possible so they can get a break and have a longer rest, get some rolling and stretching in before their next game so they're fresh. That always makes a difference in a tournament too. If you can play a quick game and come out on top, it makes you feel a whole lot better. But side with the disc now for TT, pulling it downfield. It's a very good pull. It's probably going to land in bounds. Sobry to pick it up. He centered it to Orston. Back to Sobry, looking into that 4-2-1 defense from TT again. Fakes a scoober over the top, looks upfield again. High stall count now. Finally gets a crash dump to Cezetto, who scoobers over the top back to Sobry. Sobry breaks it through the cup. Orston with the disc now. She's looking into the defense. Tries to hit, and she does. Number 10 there, Carol Tran. Finally up the line here now to 37 Scott. Back to Orston. Switch to a match defense, a flick up the line, but unable to connect with number 12 there, Jo Lin. Sorry, no, that's number 10 again. That's Carol Tran who was streaking up the line. Oh, no, I was right. Sorry, it was Hannah Tai. That was the name. I was getting confused between 10 and 13.
Third time's the charm, Lucas. Third time's the charm.
Justin Ho now with the unleashes the flick downfield. It's going to be, just out of the reach of number 77, Billy Chai there. Sobry to pick the disc up now for Lit. A quick swing to 13. That's Tai, who is unable to connect again with Cizetto. Lit just having some troubles making the easy stuff happen right now.
Yeah, we've seen them make the right decisions time and time again, but unable to connect on the throws.
So TT will try and march it down again. Here, 81 with the disc. That was Jessica Chung. She flips up the line to Ho, who breaks the mark with a backhand. Back to Lin. Chung, and here we are again. Another break for TT.
And that's a little bit unfortunate for Lit. Again, getting it on the doorstep, 10 yards, 5 yards out of the end zone, unable to put that one into the end zone, and really, I think, needing to get that response out of a timeout call as well. You want to see your team able to respond to whatever the team discussion there was and come out and execute. So unable to do that. Credit to TT, unwilling to let a timeout call or anything slow their momentum down right now. They're in control. They're 3 points away, looking like they might close this game out within an hour.
I would say, yeah, within the next 10 minutes. And, that would put them just under an hour of game time. So, yeah, quick one for you in the morning here for just to start your afternoon over on the East Coast.
So both these teams will have one more game each today, I should say. TT will be playing Crux, who are sitting at 0-2 right now in the pool, whereas Lit will have to face Beer Kitty, who are at 2-0. Of course, those two teams playing each other just about right now, I believe. No, they played each other yesterday. But those two teams playing in pool play games right now, so unsure what their final results will be, but should be an interesting matchup for the rest of the day.
So Lit immediately off the pole, stuck in their own end zone, and almost a layout Callahan there for TT. Lit unable to figure out this zone defense thrown on by TT. And so Jared Lind picks the disc up. He dumps it back to Mike Yee, who throws it back to Lind. Back to Yee, going 1-2, charging up the line, and a break throw around for TT. Number 88, Oliver Chen, who's able to score the goal and make it 13-5.
And again, we're seeing Lit do this poachy defense in the end zone. They're really trying to force the throwers to put it into that open side, but TT having no problems throwing to the break side. And unfortunately, Lit is leaving that side of the field wide open time and time again, and they haven't readjusted at all in the second half here.
No, you had it right there. Unfazed by the mark and just throwing to the break side regardless. Great job by TT to expose that weakness in Lit's defense. So it looks like, so the left-hand side is now the gender match end zone, and we're going to have 4 males, 3 females, as selected by TT. And your couple of staples you've already seen this game here. We have Graham Barber, and, that's, I guess, one of the other only stay on Brendan Sade, who was pulling the disc earlier for TT, and number 2, Fruto, on the number 7 on the line there.
And you can also see that TT has opened up from playing their set D and O lines to combining their teams and their players as well here. Amy Lowe, Jess Chung, both typical O-line players for this TT team. 3 Ts there, crossing over to the D-line here on this point.
Yeah, opening the bench up, like you said, a quick game. Potential to get some people more reps than they usually get. But Lit looking to get a goal for the first time in a while here. And that was Ankerman throwing to number 9, Orston now. Back to Ankerman. He looks it back to Orston. 2 of them, 1-2 again, up that line. Quick short passes. With a travel call because of the quick dishes there. I can understand that.
Yeah, if you're going to throw and go like that, you do have to keep it within your 3 steps. So maybe just taking 1 extra there, I think.
Yeah, probably. And they are playing dangerously close to that far sideline. So maybe it's an idea lit to bring it back over here. Come play over here. It's better for the camera too. Anchorman throws it back. 37 Scott gets it back to Anchorman. Dish to Orson. Stuck within that three-person cup with the rabbit on it as well. Finally, a hammer breaks over to Scott here, who throws a backhand, but it's going to be a run-through block for number 81, Chung there. Easily recognized, knew it was coming, and just stepped into it.
Yeah, Jess Chung was baiting that throw the entire time, I think, there, Lucas.
Graham Barber picks the disc up for TT. Throws it over to 77 Chai. Oh, good grab from the TT player over the top of her defender there. Rasmussens, sorry. Back to Barber. Barber fakes for the dump, gets the dump to come a bit closer. That jam side, Fruto throws it back to Barber. Cross to Amy Luo, who looks to the break side as well. TT constantly hammering that break side. Barber cuts behind for the dump. Looks upfield, nothing there yet. Finally, Chung, yeah, with the D, the double happiness, D and goal. Puts it in number 14 for TT with a total game time of 50 minutes here.
That's amazing. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the ability of this TT team to move the disc so quickly and efficiently up the field. They don't look scrambled or frantic at all on any of these cuts. They have one person cutting at a time. All it took there, Amy Luo cut straight across, one quick fake, and then she's clearing. Jess Chung is making the next cut. So they seem very organized, very disciplined as well, and that's allowing them to completely run away with this game. They're on game point now here at 14-5.
Yeah, it's been a quick one. You're right there. Like Amy Lowe taking 1 extra second to make sure her defender maybe sloughed off a little bit, and then went to the break side very easily thrown to Lit. If you watch this game before you play them again, my adjustment would be shut down that break side because they're beating you on it a lot. So we have a hand up from TT here, ready to pull, potentially looking for a break to win the game. And Lit ready to receive. Mikey with a big pull again. It's number 3, Rex Ezeto going back to collect the disc. Centers it to Kappa. She fakes backhand and flick. Finally bringing it to the near sideline. Goes up line but doesn't get it. That was thrown to number 12, Jo Lin. And just out of the hands of the close player here, number 24, Natasha Pai. And once again, TT back on offense. Justin Ho throwing it across the field to Mikey. Collected on the far sideline by number 11, Carlos Leong. Back to Yi. Backhand. And another backhand. Potentially D'd by Kappa. Yeah, and it looks like there's going to be no call on that play. Good effort by Kappa to run through and make a block for her team.
Yeah, and Kashi Lee just let that one float a little bit too much on that throw, giving Kappa the opportunity, but also well read by Kappa to bait there and get her hand on the disc.
Good throw from Kappa here, and a good collection from number 12, Jo Lin, who just misexecutes and throws the disc far too high, but it's got a long roll. Favored from the Lit player there on the far side, throws it back for them. Showing a bit of spirit here. So Mikey picks the disc up on the cone here, airs one out to Oliver Chen, who brings it down easily. Streaking 11, it goes to the break side and then back to the open side for the final goal. Carlos Leong reels in number 15 for TT, and that's it. We are 53 minutes into this game, and we're finished.
Under an hour here in this game, and TT, they came out in a bit of a shakier start to the game. They went 3-3 in this game, and then running away with it from that point on. They went 5-3. I think the closest it was, the last time it was close, was 5-4 for TT. And since that time, they absolutely ran away with this game, showing that they are a team that we have to keep our eyes on for the bracket play later in this tournament.
Definitely the most resounding win we saw yesterday. A couple of very close games, but day 2 gets started with a quick one. TT going up like you said, the closest it was 5-4, and Lit just unable to find anything in this game. Just, well, I guess the good news is now they have tons of time to think about what they've done. Like your parents always told you, go to your room and think about what you've done. Lit has tons of time to do that now. They can have a discussion and figure out what they're going to make, what changes they're going to make for their next game. But we'll be back at what time, Becky? What time are we coming back?
We'll be back here at 1:35 p.m. We'll have the Bunny Thugs out of Saskatchewan playing against T-Rad out of Kelowna. That one should be a good game. That's the second and third seeds in Pool A playing off against each other. So we expect that one to be a good matchup, and we'll see you then.